The digital illusion of presence. We are living in the most technologically advanced era in the history of our species, yet a silent shadow is spreading across the modern world. We call it the loneliness epidemic. Think about the irony of our current existence. You can see what your friend in London had for breakfast. You can message a stranger in Tokyo in seconds, and you have thousands of connections on your social media profiles. But if you were to look at the data coming out of the United States and other developed nations, you would see a heartbreaking reality. People have never felt more isolated. We have traded the messy, unpredictable, and warm reality of human presence for the sterile, curated, and cold glow of a screen. We are constantly connected, but we are rarely present. This digital illusion has tricked our brains into thinking we are part of a tribe, while our hearts are starving for the actual biological nutrients that only come from real-world interaction. The biology of isolation. To understand why this hurts so much, we have to look at our evolutionary blueprint. For 99% of human history, being alone was not just a feeling, it was a death sentence. If you were separated from your tribe, you couldn't hunt, you couldn't defend yourself, and you couldn't survive the elements. Because of this, our brains evolved to view social isolation as a physical threat. When you feel lonely, your body isn't just being sad, it is entering a state of high alert. Your cortisol levels spike, your heart rate increases, and your immune system weakens. In America, chronic loneliness is now being cited by health officials as being as lethal as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Your brain is screaming at you that you are in danger, but in the modern world, there is no predator to run from. There is only the silence of an empty apartment and the blue light of a smartphone. The death of the third place. One of the biggest reasons for this epidemic is the disappearance of what sociologists call the third place. The first place is your home. The second is your work. The third place used to be the coffee shops, the parks, the community centers, and the neighborhood hangouts where people gathered without an appointment. In our drive for hyper-efficiency and digital convenience, we have destroyed these spaces. We order our groceries online, we work from home in our pajamas, and we entertain ourselves with streaming services. While this is efficient, it is socially catastrophic. We have eliminated the incidental interactions, the small talks with the barista, or the quick nod to a neighbor, that used to provide us with a sense of belonging. We are living in 3D mapped cities where every person is an island, connected only by fiber optic cables, but separated by walls of glass and concrete. The filter and the mask. Social media has introduced a new kind of loneliness, the loneliness of being seen but not known. We spend hours crafting the perfect image, choosing the right filter, and writing the cleverest captions. But every time we post a highlight reel of our lives, we create a gap between who we are and who we pretend to be. When people like that fake version of us, it doesn't feed our soul, because we know they don't see the real, messy, anxious person behind the screen. This creates a cycle of performance. We are terrified of being unfiltered because we fear that our true selves aren't enough for the digital marketplace. We have millions of spectators, but very few witnesses to our actual lives. The courage to reconnect. Breaking this epidemic requires a radical act of rebellion against the modern way of life. It requires us to choose inconvenience over isolation. It means choosing to walk to the store instead of ordering online, choosing to call a friend instead of sending a text, and choosing to be vulnerable instead of perfect. We must realize that technology is a wonderful tool, but a terrible master. To be human is to be seen, to be heard, and to be felt in physical space. We need to rebuild our tribes, not our followers. The cure for loneliness isn't more technology, it's more humanity. It's the courage to look into someone's eyes without a camera in between and say, "I see you." We are built for community, not just connectivity. Real connection happens in the moments we can't edit or delete. Today, I challenge you to put down your phone and have one real conversation with someone. No filters, just you. How do you feel about the state of modern friendship? Let's talk about it in the comments below. If you found value in this video, share it with someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Subscribe to join our journey of becoming more human in a digital world.